Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. I already told you in the last video that I'd look at the Elliott Wave count again just to see if there is a need to change the scenario. There isn't. Yeah, everything is still in line with the current scenario, and I'm going to explain that. Yeah, so no reason to change the Elliott Wave count. I did change it slightly, but it doesn't really change the scenario. It just explains what happened. So that is good. Found a good solution for that. It doesn't change the picture in any way. So I think that is quite reassuring. That looks good. And there's no reason to panic. Overall, Bitcoin in the last 24 hours moving down 10%. That is quite a bit of a drop, but also we need to understand that it's the crypto market. It is highly volatile, yeah, and this is sort of something that needs to be expected in the crypto market. High volatility, yeah, you need to get used to it. We need to get used to it. But we should understand that because we are in the crypto market. So these moves can happen and they can have a significant impact on altcoins as well. Solana 12% down. These, you know, AVAX bad actually, $56. But overall, we have seen already a lot of the altcoins being hammered on the weekend. Now we see more price drops, but actually a lot of the altcoins already lost so much on the weekend that they already recovered something, so they are basically back to square one now. But overall, this is of course a Bitcoin video, and here Axie Infinity, $28. It's getting ridiculous. I always get, you know, a lot of people still ask me for an Axie Infinity update. It's not my favorite coin. I'm not gonna do it. Explained it a lot of times. I think these cryptos that are just related to one particular game, they are at high risk, yeah, including Axie Infinity. Number of players reducing, that can kill games. Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to zero, but this is high risk. Anyway, let's go to Bitcoin. This is what happened in my view, yeah. So overall, I just had to move the waves out a little bit. We already pretty much had this wave count on the chart with a wave 4 up here. That was an expected reversal that happened. And what happened here then is, I think it happened as some kind of a channel. So a kind of a range in which we had, in which we completed here a smaller 5-wave move that completed a higher degree third wave, in which we then moved in a wave 4, in a higher degree wave 4. So all of this here was also a wave 4. We hate wave 4s on this channel, you know that. Wave 4 is always a bit boring. Well, this one here wasn't. But wave 4s are always long, yeah, ugly, you know, we don't like them. Anyway, in my view, in this wave 4, we had an A, B, C, D, E in a range. Yeah, that wave E, I did explain that in previous videos. A wave E can overshoot the AC line. That happened in this case. So from here, we then moved down and exited that range to the downside. That could have now completed this 5th wave and the even higher degree wave 1. This scenario, as I said, hasn't changed. All that has changed is that in this wave 1, or this blue wave 5, which we've had on the chart before already, it is just sort of moved down further in its target area. Because if you will remember, everybody who's been with me for a while will know that we had on this chart, or on the chart, this target area for the wave 5. Let me see if I've got that here correctly. Yeah. Where it's not really the target area that we got on the chart, but we talked about the Fibonacci extensions, and I mentioned that here a wave 5 can obviously go without a problem to the 2.382. It did hit that. We then had a strong reaction to that 2.382 Fibonacci extension at around 37.8k. We tested at various times, as you can see here. Or actually, let me change it here a bit visually so that we take the background out a little bit. Let me see if I can do that. Transparency, so you can see that actually better. Yeah, maybe like just a little bit like that. Okay, so you can see that better. We can see how the 2.382 fib level here was various times support, and therefore I basically had to come to the conclusion here that at some point that wave 5 is already over. However, what I can do is based on the Elliott waves and targets and extensions, this allows me and everybody who's doing it, everybody who's using it, to come to an assumption when a wave is finished. But of course, the wave can at any point continue to move further down in that sort of target range. Yeah, even here, I mentioned that before, even a 300% Fibonacci extension for a wave 5 in the crypto market is not unusual. So originally, when we had that 5-wave move on the chart, I told you that I expect this wave 5 to complete in a range between 35 and 37k, yeah, or 35 and 38. And this is a range in which we still are. And theoretically, the price could still drop all the way down to 34.4 in the current scenario and would still be in line with this primary expectation, which is still that we come up in that wave 2. I know someone said in the previous video in the comments, stop talking about that wave 2. No, I won't, because in the current scenario, this is what has to happen. Yeah, this doesn't mean we couldn't drop even more bearish below 34.4k, and then that wave 2 would probably not happen in that way. Yeah? But at the moment, I still see this happen, and therefore I tell you, in my opinion, it's going to happen. But here I had no other way than to assume that this is going to play out already. Well, it didn't, but also we did not break that important resistance zone here that I had on the chart, only above which we could have gone into that green target area. So for now, we are still on track here. It can be frustrating. It's a volatile market environment. Yes, it is. And we came also down further than I expected, because I thought the turnaround would happen here. But based on the Fibonacci extensions and based on the targets for a wave 5 that we talked about in previous videos, this is all still in the range of possibilities. Yeah. So there is no reason to panic, and I won't make that entire scenario here more bearish, because it already is quite bearish. And as you know, we have been talking about these price levels here in the region between 20 and 29k, well, since November. So just to explain what I think, I don't know why that line moved out here. It moved. Anyway, we still believe that this here was a wave 1. So here in yellow, this wave 2 is going to happen next, yeah, very shortly in my view, because we are now already below 36k, and we could max that out to 35 and even to 34.5k. Yeah, but here at the latest, the price should find a reversal. Where exactly that's going to happen, I can't tell you that now. We need to watch the chart. We can see at any point, we could see here a bullish signal. I think as soon as we get back above that channel here, for example, at 36.6, 36.7, there's a good chance the price then goes up and could then start that move up. Yeah, but of course, as you know, there is never a guarantee in these markets. It's all about probabilities, and unlikely events happen all the time. So for me, it looked like that we were already on the way up. Now, what has Bitcoin decided to do? The market has decided to do a lap of honor, yeah, further down before we go higher. So, but everything's still in the range of that scenario, and yeah, this is what is happening. Wave 2 will go up, wave 3 will then come down, will probably already go very close to the target area here, then wave 4 will go up, wave 5 will land in the target area. Target area between 20 and 29k, still very likely in my opinion. 29k starts below the low of the wave A in June, July. So here, yeah, so it should get below that level. And very interestingly, the calls of people who said the low is already in, they get quieter and quieter. It's just, I'm not judging that, it's just really to show the sentiment change at the moment. People get very bearish at the moment, yeah. Everybody's suddenly talking about price levels below 30k. Everybody's talking about, even, you know, I've seen people talking about below 20k levels now already, and some people calling out 12 to 15k. That is what I've always highlighted as risk as well, that we could also drop below that target area, but at the moment I keep it on the chart like that. The reason is that we still have the 61.8% Fibonacci level in this range, yeah. So this is a key area of support. As you can see, if we draw the Fibonacci levels, need to go to the top of the wave 1 here. And by the way, it's quite, I've got thin windows here where I am at the moment, so you might hear the odd lorry driving past. Yeah, here, I need to adjust that. Here, around 27.5K, that is the 61.8% Fibonacci level. If we lose that, then yes, the chances increase that we even go and see the 78.6% Fib level at 17.4K. That is still possible, yeah, but what we need to understand is in this yellow target area, the 20K level is basically the high of the last bull market. Bitcoin in any bear market has never gone below the high of the previous bull market, so I just expect support, a lot of support. There's no guarantee it will hold, but I expect a lot of support. And also the 200-week moving average is running in this yellow target area, so this yellow target area is yeah, the 200-week moving average is just very strong. It's moving in this area, 22K. So it should be a very strong area where I do expect the turnaround to the upside. A lot of people asking me, what do I expect in this target area? Well, the turnaround. I hope the turnaround will happen. Well, hope doesn't lead you anywhere in financial markets, but my view is the turnaround should happen here. But I have an open mind about possibility dropping even below that. But then people would think I'm more crazy than they already think I am. But at the moment, though, a lot of people are turning bearish anyway, and are sort of in line with my expectation here as well. But this will surely change when we go up higher, then everybody's getting super bullish again. Interesting to see. It will be an interesting observation how the mindset and the sentiment will be in this green area here between 42 and 46K. Pretty sure we get there. Yeah, there's never 100% certainty. Always bear that in mind. Yeah, there's always risk and there is never guarantee. So that is just always important to call out. Yeah, and nothing I tell you here is financial advice anyway. So yeah, what is going to happen? Yeah, I told you, I think that wave 2 will still happen. I keep it on the chart. You know, I'm quite stubborn about that. I've been stubborn about my 20 to 29K target area, and this has been so far, this is provided to be useful. So no reason to change that, and no reason to take the wave 2 out of this chart. So as long as here the 35.6 hold, I think from here we could start, but first of all need to break above 36.7, so we have a chance to move higher. And to the downside, 34.4K, very important support. If we break below that, that would then really be more bearish than this scenario. It would need to be a different wave count then, yeah, because then this wouldn't work as it is. Then, yeah, then it's going to go down probably stronger than most people expect. And at the moment, though, I don't see that break, because looking at the indicators as well, let's take a look on the daily chart. Bitcoin is already quite sold off. So MACD, yeah, just turned further down, yes, but let's take a look at the RSI here. There is more space to drop lower, absolutely there is. We could theoretically come down to 30, even lower, but if we take a look, for example, on the 8-hour chart, we are nearly sold, oversold, yeah, very close to 30. The 4-hour chart, also here, already oversold, yeah, so we're already below 30, so there should be some kind of a relief rally now, but for now we are not seeing the bullish signals. Yeah, we're not seeing them yet, and therefore we are not turning around yet. Yeah, I can only give you a momentary snapshot here of the chart. What I see at the moment, there is not anything bullish here yet. Okay, so it's certainly not, I would not rule out that we go down to this 34.4K level. I would also not rule out that we break it, but breaking it now would be unlikely. Okay, but you can't rule anything out. What I can tell you, at the moment we don't see any bullish signal. For now, that support is holding, but it's now up to the market to decide, do we break below 35.5? That would send it further down to 34.4, or do we turn around and get back above 36.7? That could then send it certainly all the way up to 39.2K again, yeah, in the next instance. So pretty much here now for the market to decide, bit of a tipping point here between support and resistance, where the market now needs to decide in which direction we go. So far what I have shown you in the previous video was this potential bearish flag which we are currently, or which we have formed, and actually you saw a little bit of a breakout to the downside from that. So you might remember from the previous video, showed you this kind of a bearish pennant, this triangle, and you can see that the market actually reacted to it bearish. Yeah, we had a breakout, and the target I think that I called out for this breakout to the downside has been reached, because the first target of such a breakout is usually here the previous swing low, which was reached at 35.6. Yeah, so we are now here at a really important decision point. So certainly not getting boring in the crypto market here. So overall, short term, market needs to decide. We're just above support, below resistance. So whatever way the breakout will be, I've given you the next targets. And from the medium term, that would be here into the region between 42 to 46k, before we then turn around and get into the region between 20 and 29k here in yellow. So these are the key next moves that I would expect in the market. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you want to really get some more content, maybe check out the channel membership. Here you can get access to the Telegram live chat groups, the Discord server with a lot of additional content. You can get access to 4 live streams per week every Sunday, and lots of additional stuff as well. Okay, so see you in the next video. Bye bye.